Welcome to another session of Grade 9 Mathematics, Chapter 2 Polynomials. Dear students, in this second part of the chapter, we shall discuss concepts like value of polynomial, zeros of polynomial, and also shall try to solve NCERT exercise 2.2. Let us try to understand the concept of value of polynomial. To understand the same, let us take an example of a polynomial. Let's consider the polynomial p of x. Over here, p of x is equal to 5x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. You could see over here that the variable is x. Hence, this is p of x, that is polynomial of x. Now, all that you have to do to find the value of this polynomial is replace the alphabet, that is the variable x, by any number. So let's replace here x by 1. So if we replace x by 1, everywhere in our p of x, we'll get the value of polynomial for x is equal to 1. So this was our question, that p of x is equal to 5x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. So all that I'm going to do is replace the value of x by 1. So wherever x was there, that is replaced by 1. Now instead of p of x, I would say it is p of 1 is equal to 5. Again, the x is replaced by 1. So 1 the whole cube minus 2, 1 square plus 3 into 1 minus 2. You could see that all that I did over here was just placing the value of 1 and replacing x. Now let us solve this. So in the next step, you would say that p of 1 is equal to 5. I'll solve the brackets first. So 1 cube is 1 itself minus 2, 1 square is 1 itself plus 3 into 1 happens to be 3 minus 2. In the next step, I shall solve and it further. So p of 1 is equal to 5 into 1 is 5 minus 2 into 1 is 2, and then we have plus 3 minus 2. So what do we get? 5 minus 2 plus 3 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 minus 2, 4. So what do we get? The p of 1 is equal to 4. So what can we say? That the value of polynomial is 4 when x is equal to 1. Okay, so to find the value of polynomial for different values, all that you have to do is replace x by that particular number. I believe now you are clear with the concept of what is the value of polynomial. To understand it further, let us solve a few examples. Now let us understand the concept of value of polynomial by solving a few questions from NCERT exercise 2.2. Let me take the first question of NCERT exercise 2.2, which says that find the value of polynomial 5x minus 4x squared plus 3. So what is a polynomial? 5x minus 4x squared plus 3 at, that is, when x is equal to 0, and then when x is equal to minus 1, and then when x is equal to 2. So what have we been asked to do? That we have to find the value of the polynomial, that is 5x minus 4x squared plus 3 for 3 values: when x is equal to 0, when x is equal to minus 1, and when x is equal to 2. So all that we have to do is we have to replace the value of x by 0, and then by minus 1 and then by 2 and find the value of the polynomial. Let's start with when x is equal to 0. So our question is p of x, that is polynomial of x, is equal to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. That's the question. Okay. Now, what is the value of x to be put over here? X has to be equal to 0. So, in the polynomial, wherever you find x, it has been replaced by 0. So, instead of p of x, I would write p of 0 is equal to 5. Again, the x is replaced. So, 5 into 0 minus 4, 0 square plus 3. Again, in the next step, p of 0 is equal to, what is 5 into 0? It's 0. Minus 0 square is 0. And then 0 into 4 is again 0. Plus 3. So what do I get? That p of 0 is equal to 3. Can you find a mistake over here? Yes, it is written as p of 1. But what should be the right answer? P of 0 should be equal to 3. So, what is the concluding line? That P of 0 for this question is equal to 3. I believe now we have understood the first part of the question. Now, what shall we do next is replace the value of x by what? By x is equal to minus 1, and then we shall replace the value of x by 2. Let's replace now x is equal to minus 1. Now, let us take question number 2 of exercise 2.2, which says that find P of 0, P of 1, and P of 2 for each of the following polynomials. Yes, so we have to find P of 0, P of 1, and P of 2. So what does that mean? For all the given 4 questions below, you have to find when x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 1, and when x is equal to 2. Let us say the first question. P of y is equal to y square minus y plus 1. Over here, there is no variable x. The variable is y. Hence, it is called P of y. But as given the question, what are we supposed to find? P of 0, yes, and then P of 1, and then P of 2. Yes, so now let us take the first question. Yeah, so what I shall do first is replace the value of y by 0, that is P of 0. So wherever I could find y, yes, I have replaced it by 0. So y square, instead of y square, I'll write 0 square minus 0 plus 1. Yeah, so let me solve it. Next step, P of 0 is equal to 0 square is 0 itself minus 0 plus 1. So 0 minus 0 doesn't make any sense. It's 0 itself. So what is left is plus 1. So what is the value of P of 0? P of 0 is equal to 1. That is for the given question when the variable y is replaced by 0, that is P of 0 is equal to 1. Now as given the question, for the same question, for the same polynomial, we have to find P of 0, P of 1 as well as P of 2. Now let us find P of 1. So what I will do is, for the same polynomial, that is P of y, I'll put 1 in place of y. Wherever I shall find y, I shall put the value 1. So replacing y by 1. So P of 1 is equal to 1 square. That is y is replaced by 1. So 1 the whole square minus, instead of y, again I shall put 1. And then plus 1 as it is given in the question. So in the next step, P of 1 is equal to 1 square is 1 itself. So 1 minus 1 plus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 plus 1 is plus 1. So you'll find over here that the value of the polynomial for P of 1 is equal to 1. Yes, so when y, the variable, is replaced by 1, I get the value of the polynomial also as 1. Okay, now let us get into the last part of this question, wherein I am expected to replace the value of y by P of 2. So now let me replace and find the value of P of 2. So P of 2 will be equal to, instead of y square, I'll write 2 the whole square minus 2 plus 1. So all that I've done is simply replace y by the value of 2. So in the next step, when I solve it further, I shall get that P of 2 is equal to 2 square is 4 minus 2 plus 1. So 4 minus 2 happens to be 2. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So this way we have solved the first question, wherein for the given polynomial we have found the value of P of 0, P of 1 and then P of 2 as well. Similarly, for all the remaining questions, that is question number 2, question number 3 and for question number 4, you have to find the value of P of 0, P of 1 and P of 2. Very similarly to what we did over here. Replace the value of the variable 1 by 1, first by 0, so you'll get P of 0 and then by 1, so that you get P of 1 and then the variable is replaced by the number 2, so you get the value of P of 2. Now let us take the next concept, which is called the zero of a polynomial. It is very similar to what we did with value of the polynomial. Now to understand what is the zero of a polynomial, let us consider a polynomial. Let us take the given polynomial itself, that is P of x is equal to 5x cubed minus 2x square plus 3x. Okay, so just randomly let me replace the value of x by 1. Yeah, so this is a given question that P of x is equal to 5x cubed minus 2x square plus 3x. Yeah, all that I'm doing over here is replacing the value of x by 1. So you could see 5 is written as it is, x cubed is replaced by 1 the whole cube minus 2, x is again replaced by 1, so 1 square plus 3, x is again replaced by 1. Yeah, so all that I did is replace the value of x by 1. And when you solve it further, yeah, on the last step you realize that the value of P of 1 is 0. Yes, the value of P of 1 is 0. That is, when you have replaced x by 1 everywhere in P of x, what are you getting? The answer is 0. So, we can say that 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. Yes, I repeat again. Since when I replaced x by 1, I have got the value of polynomial as 0. I repeat, since when I have replaced x, the variable, by the number 1 and have got the answer 0, that is the value of the polynomial as 0. Therefore, I would say that 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. Okay, so if say I would have placed 3, and if I was getting again the answer 0, I would have said that 3 is also the 0 of the polynomial. I hope this is clear to you now. Let us understand it further by solving question number 3 of NCERT exercise 2.2. So what does the question number 3 say? Ask us to verify whether the following are the zeros of the polynomial which are indicated against them. Yes. So when would a number be called the zero? When I put that number and replace it with the variable. Yes. And if I get the answer as 0, I would say yes, it is a 0 of the polynomial. So we have got 8 questions. Yes. So let us take the first question, which says P of x is equal to 3x plus 1. And as given in the question, we have been asked to verify if x is equal to minus 1 upon 3 is a 0 or not. So all that we have to do is replace the value of x with minus 1 upon 3. Similarly, question number 2, P of x is equal to 5x minus pi. Again, what are we supposed to verify? If x is equal to 4 upon 5 is a 0 of the polynomial. Yes, it will be called a 0 when you get the answer as 0 by replacing x with 4 upon 5. Let us solve it and get a better understanding. I have solved the first 3 sums for your understanding. Let me take the first one. Yes, P of x is equal to 3x plus 1 and the value of x has to be replaced by minus 1 upon 3. And then we have to verify whether minus 1 upon 3 is a 0 of the polynomial or not. So as you could see over here, I've written the question first, that is P of x is equal to 3x plus 1. And in the next step, what I've done is replace x, as said in the question, replace x by minus 1 upon 3. So P of minus 1 upon 3, here x is replaced by minus 1 upon 3 is equal to 3. Again x is replaced by minus 1 upon 3 plus 1. So when you solve this, this 3 and this 3 in the denominator, they get cancelled out. So what are you left with? Minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Hello? You got the answer as 0 when you replaced x by minus 1 upon 3. Hence, we can conclude that yes, minus 1 upon 3 is a 0 of the polynomial. Why did we conclude this? Because when I put minus 1 upon 3 in my polynomial, I was getting the answer as 0. Let us look into question number 2 and understand it further. The question is P of x is equal to 5x minus pi, wherein the value of x has to be replaced by 4 upon 5. So as part of the solution, I'll write the question first, that is P of x is equal to 5x minus 5, and then as suggested in the question, I replace the value of x by 4 upon 5. So wherever I could find x, I replace it by 4 upon 5. But over here, what I'm getting is P of 4 upon 5 is equal to this 5 of the numerator and the 5 in the denominator gets cancelled out. So what I'm left with is 4 minus 5. So I'm not getting the answer as 0 over here. But what is the value that I've received? Is 4 minus 5. Now, since I have not got 0 as an answer, when I replace x with 4 upon 5, hence I will conclude that 4 upon 5 is not a 0 of the polynomial. Why it is not a 0 of the polynomial? Because I did not get 0. What else did I get? I got 4 minus 5. But if I could have got 0, then I could have said, yes, it is a 0 of the polynomial. But now, since I have got 4 minus 5, I would conclude that the given value is not a 0 of the polynomial. I hope this is clear to you all now. Let us take one more sum from this particular question. I believe then you'll be able to understand and clear on it better. Let us take the third question. The third question is P of x is equal to x square minus 1, and we have been asked to find whether x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. So there is one polynomial, but then we have been asked to find whether the given two numbers, that is x is equal to 1 or x is equal to minus 1, is a 0 of the polynomial or not. So as we did with the previous sums, all that we do is replace the value of x first by the number 1 and then by the number minus 1. Let's get into the solution. So when x is equal to 1. So I'll write the question first, that is P of x is equal to x square minus 1. So all that I'm doing now is replace the value of x by 1. Yes. So over here also x instead of x squared, I will write 1 square minus 1. What is 1 square? Square of 1 is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have got that P of 1 is equal to 0. So when x is replaced by 1, I'm getting the answer as 0. So what is the conclusion? That 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. Yes? Let us get and find how about the second number. The second number is x is equal to minus 1. All that we have to do is replace x by minus 1. So wherever you find x, replace x by the number minus 1. So the question is written first, and then wherever I find x, I replace it with minus 1. Yes? So minus 1 square is 1 minus 1. And over here again, you'll find 1 minus 1 is 0. So when I replace the value of x by minus 1, I got the answer as 0. So what is the conclusion? That minus 1 is also the 0 of the polynomial. My dear students, I expect that you will solve question number 4 to question number 8 of this particular question and find whether the indicated values are the zeros of the given polynomial or not. Dear students, now after learning the concepts like value of polynomial, yes, and finding whether the indicated values were the 0 of the polynomial, let us get you a similar question or a similar concept, that is finding the 0 of the polynomial. Yes, now it seems to be very similar, and indeed it is. Let us understand how can you find the 0 of a polynomial. Yes, say you have been given a polynomial. Let's consider the given polynomial. P of x is equal to 2x plus 1. And we know that we get the number as 0 of the polynomial only when the answer is 0. Yes. So let us find the 0 of P of x the same way as solving an equation. Let's say P of x is 0, because we know that only when the answer is 0, I shall get my 0 of the polynomial. Okay. So what is the first line on the solution? that P of X is equal to 0. Now what is my P of X? Now P of X is equal to 2x plus 1. So instead of P of X, I shall write 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. And then simply solve this equation. So plus 1 goes to the other end, it becomes minus 1. So I have 2x is equal to minus 1. And then it is 2x, that is 2 into x. So if this 2 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 1 upon 2. So what am I getting? X is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Yes. So this minus 1 upon 2 is known as the 0 of the polynomial. Yes. How did we begin with? We begin with the understanding that a number is called a 0 of the polynomial when it gives the answer 0. That is, the polynomial of x should be equal to 0. So that's how we begin with. That P of X should be equal to 0. And then all that we did is, what is P of X? It is 2x plus 1. And solved it further. I hope you have understood how to find the 0 of the polynomial. If not, let's solve a few more questions. Let us solve question number 4 of NCERT exercise 2.2, which says find the 0 of the polynomial in each of the following cases. It's very simple, my dear students. Let us take the first one. P of X is equal to x plus 5. All that we have to do is consider that P of X is equal to 0. What is my P of X? That is equal to x plus 5. So instead of P of X, I will write x plus 5. So x plus 5 is equal to 0. And this when solved gives me x is equal to minus 5. Because the plus 5 goes to the other end, it becomes minus 5. So minus 5 is known as the 0 of the polynomial. You can also verify this. Take this given polynomial and replace x by minus 5. You'll get the answer as 0. Yes. So you can also verify if you want to do that. So x is equal to minus 5 is the 0 of the polynomial. Let us solve the second one, wherein it is given P of X is equal to x minus 5. So we'll do the same way, that P of X is equal to 0, but then P of X is replaced by x minus 5. So x minus 5 is equal to 0. So when you solve this, minus 5 goes to the other end, it becomes x is equal to 5. So what can you conclude? That 5 is the 0 of the polynomial. In other words, if I put the value of this 5 in the equation, I'll get the answer as 0. Yes, you can do the calculations here itself. If x is replaced by 5, so 5 minus 5 is 0. So x is equal to 5, that is 5 is the 0 of this given polynomial. Let us take the third question. The third question is P of X is equal to 2x plus 5. And as I said before, all that I have to do is take P of X is equal to 0. And what is my P of X? My P of X is equal to 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 will be equal to 0. And then solve it further. So first the plus 5 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 5. So I have 2x is equal to minus 5. And then the 2 goes to the other side, it goes to the denominator. So what am I left with? X is equal to minus 5 upon 2. So minus 5 upon 2, which is the value of x, yes, is the 0 of the given polynomial. Similarly, find when P of X is equal to 3x minus 2. I did very similarly. P of X is equal to 0, and instead of P of X, I would write 3x minus 2 because P of X is equal to 3x minus 2, and then solve it further. So when I solve it, I get x is equal to 2 upon 3. So what does that mean? When 2 upon 3 is placed in place of x, the answer is 0. Hence 2 upon 3 is known as the zero of the polynomial. Let us take question number 5. That is again an easier one. So P of x is equal to 3x. Yes, but we know that we have to take P of x as 0 because we are finding the zero of the polynomial. So P of x is equal to 0. And in the next step, instead of P of x, I'll write 3x. 3x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0. The 3 goes to the other side, becomes 0 divided by 3. And 0 divided by 3 is 0 itself. So for this question, 0 is the zero of the polynomial. Yeah. So the number 0 is the zero of the polynomial. Let us take question number 6. Here, P of x is equal to ax. That's the question. And they have indicated that the value of a is not equal to 0. Okay. The value of a is not equal to 0. So we'll do it the same way, yeah, as we did all other previous questions. Yeah, we'll take P of x is equal to 0, but it is given that P of x has to be equal to ax. So instead of P of x, I'll write ax. Ax is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 upon a. So a goes to the other side, becomes in the denominator. So 0 divided by any number is 0 itself. So x is equal to 0. So what can we conclude? The 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. Over here again, the number 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. Let us get to the last question. And find the 0 of P of x, which is equal to Cx plus D, wherein C is not equal to 0 and C and D are real numbers. So all that matters to us is P of x is equal to Cx plus D. So irrespective whether it's a polynomial with numbers, that is numerical coefficients, or alphabets, yeah, or constant values, all that you have to do is the same steps. So P of x is equal to Cx plus D, and we know that our P of x should be equal to 0. So I've written P of x is equal to 0, and then as given in the question, P of x is replaced by what, beta? Cx plus D. So Cx plus D is equal to 0. And Cx, the plus D goes to the other side, it becomes minus D. So Cx is equal to minus D. And x is equal to, the C goes to the other side, becomes minus D upon C. So what is the conclusion? When x is equal to minus D upon C, I can say that minus D upon C is the 0 of the polynomial. So my dear students, I believe we have understood the concepts that we have discussed today. That is the value of the polynomial, finding whether the given number is a 0 of the polynomial, and then at last we studied how to find the 0 of any given polynomial by taking P of x as equal to 0. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Take care of yourself until we meet next time with another session. Thank you.